Bienvenue à toutes et à tous les amis, j'espère que vous allez bien. On continue en HONKAI STAR RAIL pour continuer notre petite aventure. Donc déjà on a une petite chose qu'on pourrait éventuellement faire, c'est mettre le nouveau fond d'écran du téléphone. On pourrait, voilà. C'est juste une image, mais au moins c'est fait. Je vous avouerai que pour le moment là j'ai un petit peu de mal à me concentrer pour essayer de faire des succès sur le jeu. Mais j'essaie de faire un max d'autres choses. D'ailleurs, il faut juste que je regarde un petit truc là. Ok, il me reste une semaine pour la sadouiller. Et il faudrait que j'essaye de voir par rapport à celui-ci. Donc aujourd'hui, on va continuer les petites missions, c'est-à-dire qu'on va essayer de faire retour, voilà, le retour du dragon. Puisqu'au moins ça nous permettra de continuer sans trop de soucis. C'est parti.
I have delivered the missive about the meeting. Do you have any questions, Master Dan Hung?
I know all that I wish to know. Thank you, Miss Huanxi.
You need not address me as Miss. I am but one of Miss Bailu's maids. Then again, if I may be so bold as to make a humble request.
Go ahead.
Before this goes ahead... Oh, who might this be?
Et hop, comme ça, là, je peux faire la petite image. Bien sûr. On dirait que j'arrive au mauvais moment.
I'm speaking with Master Dan Hung. I'm afraid this doesn't involve you. Please take your leave.
He is a close friend. I've invited him along to bear witness. Please, treat him as you would me. Now, what was your request?
Then I hope you don't plan on meeting with Miss Bailu.
Que voulez-vous dire?
Please, hear what I have to say. I have good reason to be concerned. Perhaps you should know that Miss Bailu's path to becoming a High Elder was neither in compliance with proper protocol, nor of her own volition. Everything was a result of the stubbornness of her predecessor, Dan Feng. His hubris and tyranny brought about the end of the Luofu's High Elder succession. The Preceptors heard of Master Dan Heng's return, and were uncertain whether it constituted good or ill fortune. However, many have surmised that the Luofu's High Elder succession tradition will soon be back in force. If true, that is indeed something worth celebrating. Whether we find another suitable candidate in accordance with the laws of our people, or have you take up the position anew, everything can still be mended. But if Master Dan Heng were to hand everything over to Miss Bailu, it could lead to great upheavals on the horizon. No good would come of it for her.
Un autre candidat convenable.
Such a major matter as this is naturally up to the Preceptor Elders. I couldn't possibly say.
Elle ne semble même pas vouloir devenir grande ancienne.
I've been a maid here for 12 years now, and was with my mistress every day as she studied medicine and received tutelage. I've witnessed her countless escapes, and the inevitable, unwilling returns. As far as a Xianzhou is concerned, children like her enjoy a charmed and happy childhood. But as a High Elder in nothing but name alone, Miss Bailu is highly restricted in her actions and has no freedom or say about her own life. I can't bear it. Your Highness, please think about this poor child.
Ne devriez pas directement le demander à Bailou.
Miss Bailu is young, naive, and easily manipulated by others. I worry that under the pressure of others, she would be convinced into taking up too great a burden.
I understand your concern, but I have nothing more to say on the matter at present.
Then I will bid my farewell. Master Dan Heng, whether you choose to meet Miss Bailu or go with me to see the Preceptor Elders, I will be waiting for you by the ferry leading to Scale Gorge Waterscape.
I haven't even set eyes on Bailu, and people are already urging me not to meet her.
On va enfin en apprendre plus sur le passé de Hanhang.
You've been spending too much time with March. You know that I'm a descendant of the Luofu Vidyadhara. In Scale Gorge Waterscape, you witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it. Yet that power stems from Dan Feng, my previous incarnation. He altered the process of High Elder succession, plunging everything into catastrophe. Ultimately, he suffered the punishment of molting rebirth. Based on the physiological principles of Vidyadhara reincarnation, I ought to have been an entirely new entity. And, in view of the law, all crimes from my previous incarnation should have been wiped clean. But in reality, I was locked up in the shackling prison at birth. Even after I was released and left the Xianzhou, my High Elder past and Dan Feng's enemies pursued me like a haunting shadow. Now, I plan to face that shadow. In order to make amends, I want to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal and visit the High Elder to see what more I can do. The start skiff is ready. Let's go.
Allez. D'ailleurs, un petit bouquin. Bien sûr.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years. I don't believe.
Need your extractor cleaned?
Ah, bloqué.
The rumors are true. You really are back. I'm Hilo Lu Ying of the Alchemy Commission. I'm a Vidyadhara too, as you can see. I'd heard the reincarnation of the great sinner has returned to the Luofu and wanted to offer some advice.
Oh?
Leave this troubled place immediately.
Ah. C'est vrai qu'ils sont pas la bonne.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. What does the Alchemy Commission want then?
Return to being a nameless. Stay out of the High Elder succession. The Luofu Vidyadhara have finally recovered from Dan Feng's grievous sins, and were blessed with a compassionate and caring High Elder in Bailu. None of this was easy. Your return has stirred up resentment and ambition among the preceptors, and threatens our situation.
I have no intention of threatening Bailu's position.
You may have a clear conscience, but even so, as long as you remain on the Luofu, invisible forces will try to coerce you. Leave now. It is the best outcome for everyone involved. Do not repeat the mistakes of a past life in this one. Farewell.
Et... Vénère.
Excuse me. Are you two on your way to the Alchemy Commission, Delph?
Allez, on y va. Donc ça va sûrement être une nouvelle zone encore. Là. Ah non. Et bidou. Oh, Jinhyun.
Hello. What brings you two here? The wind and waves are restless around lunar-rescent depths today.
Even you came to dissuade me from visiting the High Elder, General?
This encounter was not of my making. I've been recuperating in the Alchemy Commission under the Dragon Lady's care. Our paths have merely crossed. But your question would suggest that there are others interested in dissuading you from such a venture.
Ils sont nombreux. Chacun a ses propres raisons.
Matters that concern the rise and fall of the Vidéo will inevitably attract certain parties. Those that would work circumstances to their advantage. Be it Don Fong, the Preceptors, or the Alchemy Commission that trained the Dragon Lady.
Your injury hasn't dulled your instincts, General. The Preceptors and the Commission seem deeply concerned.
A chance meeting is a gift from fate. Why don't I help you to fathom their intent then? The power struggle between the Preceptors and their High Elder is a tale as old as time. And someone as powerful as Don Fong, who was completely beyond their control, was enough for them to harbor a hidden rage. The Elders used to have a small say in appointing the new High Elder. Who could have imagined that Don Fong would pick his own successor? And yet, that is precisely what happened, and all they could do was accept the result. Now that Don Hong has arrived, the Elders see yet another chance. How could they let it go?
Ben voilà. Hein. On demande pas de tout paix.
Us outsiders should not judge the laws of the Vidéo. The Preceptors have been suppressed for some time now. They will inevitably try to overturn the situation.
Hop, la commission de chimie.
These people speak of legitimacy. They believe that Bai Lu was chosen as heir apparent by the previous High Elder, and that unless you were to commit a terrible sin, the Preceptors should have no right whatsoever to choose again. The Healer Lady has draconic features and scarcely believable therapeutic abilities. Some regard this as evidence that she is the High Elder, but the Preceptors are fixated on strength and are unwilling to accept her. Now that Don Fong's reincarnation has shown a command over the vast marine expanse of lunar-rescent depths, those longing to keep the traditional bequeathal of the High Elder feel increasingly uneasy.
Comme des conservateurs, on sait.
After Don Fong's abdication, they fought against the Preceptors and saved Bai Lu's dignity. They demonstrated a true devotion. These folks aren't the type to just let it go.
Et vous en pensez quoi,
This
général?
is an internal affair of the Vidéo. As long as it does not disturb the peace aboard the Luofu, it does not involve the General of the Cloud Knights. Nevertheless, as a friend, let me remind you of one thing. So long as Don Hong and Bai Lu, with their respective High Elder powers and titles, both remain on the Luofu, the Vidéo will never cease their internal strife. This is not to say that either of you are to blame. It's getting late. You are headed to repair the Arbor's seal at Scale Gorge Waterscape and visit the High Elder, no? Farewell for now. I should start taking this business of rest and recuperation a little more seriously.
Et voilà. Allez, on va s'entretenir avec Élu.
Master Don Hung, you're back. Have you made your decision? Will you come with me to meet with the elders first? Or are you set on seeing Miss Bailu?
Miss Bailu is already waiting at Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Your stubbornness is redolent of your previous incarnation.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere. A criminal who destroyed our succession is unworthy of setting foot in the sacred places of the Videodora.
Wait. Master Don Hung's presence at Scale Gorge Waterscape has been approved by the 6 charioteers and the preceptors. He is no longer the criminal he once was.
Empty rhetoric. There are ways of unearthing his true identity. And even his reincarnation should answer for the monstrous crimes of the past. The Videodora will never accept him. Die.
Ok. Ah oui. C'est carrément meurt.
You say Don Fung was merely your previous incarnation.
Oh, 85,6%. Bon, il a pas beaucoup de dégâts crit, mais il a beaucoup de crit. Donc ça reste tout de même violent. Ah, c'est pas mal ça.
Thank you for rescuing me, Master Don Hung.
They came for me. I'm sorry you got dragged into it.
It's risky to remain here. We should leave. Master Don Hung, after your meeting, will you go with me to see the elders?
Should I ever want to meet the preceptors, Miss Huanxi, I'll ask you to pass on the message.
I understand. Please alight, Your Highness. Miss Bailu awaits you at Dragon Vista Rain Hall.
Allons-y.
It could be dangerous ahead. We should proceed carefully.
Ouais. Ah oui, ok. Alors, moi, Dun, j'ai bien envie de l'ajouter. Ensuite, il faut de la glace, mais le problème, c'est que j'ai un peu peur de mes persos glace. Et vent, je pourrais éventuellement prendre Bronia. Je sais plus si Bronia, je lui avais mis le stuff ou pas. Non, je lui ai pas encore mis le fameux stuff. J'étais en train de me prévoir un petit stuff, là, comme ça. Il y a combien? Ouais, non, on va laisser comme ça. On va pas... Je vais pas commencer à bouger les stuffs. On verra ça plus tard. Allez. On va essayer avec une team quasi full imaginaire. J'aurais pu faire la full imaginaire.
So slow. I've been waiting for you here for ages. Hello there. Long time no see. What are you doing here?
We were met by an assassin on the way over, miss.
An assassin? Are you okay? Are you injured?
Fortunately, the skills of Master Dan Heng and his friends were too much for them. There are those that wish to assassinate Master Dan Heng, Miss. Presumably to preserve your legitimacy as High Elder.
I don't care about my legitimacy. Why do they? I told you, whoever wants to be the High Elder is welcome. I never wanted the title.
I am Dan Heng. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Bailu.
You're Dan Heng? I heard about how you parted the ancient sea and Scale Gorge waterscape. These assassins have got their work cut out for them.
Miss Bailu, please don't say things like that.
Let me take a look at you. Dragon horns. Well, they say you're Dan Feng's reincarnation. Suppose it must be true then. But you're different from me. Where's your tail? If I let you be High Elder, will you grow a tail?
About the High Elder succession. I have no intention of getting entangled in that. I'm here to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal. This is the duty of the lawful Vidyadhara.
Oh, really? Then why'd you come to CB? All I've learned since my hatching weaver for some medical skills at the Alchemy Commission. I can't repair seals or part the sea like you can.
I should take this opportunity to talk with you about the past, Miss Bailu. I've heard about your situation, and while I can't guarantee a solution, I will do my best to improve things for you.
Interesting. You're not like other grown-ups. You say what you think, and you seem trustworthy. So, you want me to go with you to Scale Gorge Waterscape?
Precisely.
Let's go then.
Miss Bailu.
Wanshi, please wait here for me. I'll come back as soon as I can. I've got these two to look after me. Don't worry.
Voilà. On a la petite image, on a la petite photo. Allez, c'est parti.
Wow, what a magnificent sight. Is that the Ambrosial Arbor?
Yes. Forming a seal and using their power to curb the spread of the Arbor's roots is an important task entrusted to the Luofu's High Elder.
News to me. The elders must be well aware that I'm not qualified for this position. Which begs the question, why did Dan Feng choose me all those years ago?
That's exactly what I've come to Scale Gorge Waterscape to find out. Among the Vidyadhara, the High Elder is the existence closest to the permanence. According to historical records, the High Elder succession involves a secret ritual known as the Transmutation Arcanum, as well as a treasure known as Dragon Heart. Once succession is complete, the former High Elder undergoes a hatching rebirth, while the new High Elder begins to display draconic features. However, Dan Feng's ritual failed, and his powers remained within me. And yet for some reason, it also created you.
So, in medical terms, he messed up the prescription. And brought suffering down on himself and just about everyone else in the process.
I want to use this opportunity to repair the Ambrosial Arbor seal, and see if I can help recall our memories. Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague, water of the ancient sea. Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots. Strange. This is different from the breaking of the seal. Why is there no reaction?
What's wrong? Not going to plan, huh?
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague.
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague. Water of the ancient sea, upon the High
High Elder's command. Subdue the internal roots.
This feeling.
That's it. You did it. And this alone should prove to everyone that you are the true High Elder. When the seal was reestablished, did you recall anything?
It was like a tide surging through my mind. I became really huge and the whole of Scale Gorge waterscape was responding to my voice, resonating with me. That's fun! Danheng, teach me another trick. Let's see if I can remember anything else.
Wait. Can you feel it? There's someone coming. You! Who are you?
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
Protect Bailu!
Hey! I'm doing the protecting here. Nobody's getting hurt with me around.
Rise!
I'll see you off. Leave it to me. That's fine.
Je sais quelque chose.
To guard and defend.
C'est quelque chose, c'est tout. Faut essayer. Ok.
Receive divinity.
Your assistance is timely.
You know nothing. Survive or be
Tous
destroyed.
les dégâts qui vont être affligés va soigner un petit peu la team. Voilà.
The strength.
Nickel.
How did they manage to appear right next to us without a sound?
They may have used a cloud hymn to create mist and provide a smoke screen. I'm afraid this ambush was probably lying in wait for us. Seems like some people have had enough of my presence.
Il s'agit d'un assassin de la commission d'alchimie.
So, why would they want to harm Bailu? We don't know how many there are. Let's get out of here. Go!
Mais ça va retourner, non?
That shadow.
This power, it rivals the tidal forces in Scale Gorge waterscape. Is that you, Danfeng? Have you returned?
I'm afraid you have the wrong person.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
These floating shadows are called mirage echoes. They are memories of past lives and echoes from the past that the Vidyadhara shed during their rebirth.
The books say that these mirages only speak to people they can recognize. And the water in their bodies can be used as medicine.
Seems this mirage mistook me for Danfeng.
There's no mistake. This old man would recognize your voice anywhere. Have you come to this sacred place to repent? The proud son of the Vidyadhara, hero of the High Cloud Quintet. You fought with us your whole life. How far you have fallen. You availed yourself of the Transmutation Arcanum to summon that draconic abomination, and almost laid waste to Scale Gorge waterscape in the process. If your allies hadn't united to slay it, then the abomination would have destroyed the ambrosial arbor seal. Tell me, did it sadden you to watch the abomination perish? As the High Elder, you should have freed us from the plight of rebirth and set foot on a brand new path. But instead, you were seduced by your reputation and abandoned yourself. You counted Xianzhou natives and even short-life species among your friends. The upcoming trial is your final chance. Hand over the secrets of the Transmutation Arcanum now, and the Preceptors can help you keep your secret.
Et les arcanes de la transmutation.
That draconic abomination you created proof of the Transmutation Arcanum's success?
I heard that Don Feng craved the powers of our dragon ancestor Long the Permanence, and created a monstrous dragon-like creature. That must be what he's referring to. And so the hero of the Xianzhou became its arch-villain. Elder, look around you. You've long since reincarnated. What remains here are just the mirages of the waters of the ancient sea.
Impossible. I still live! The High Elder succession will not be severed in this generation.
I don't like this Mirage Echo. He thought that the Videodora was superior to other races, and that he was superior to other Videodora. As if the Videodora would never progress without their plans. I guess Don Feng probably never told them the secret of the Transmutation Arcanum.
We shouldn't linger here. The assassins are using skilled cloud hymn magic to make themselves invisible. But their presence is all too real. These mirage echoes, on the other hand, are vestiges of the past. If we can center and transmit the echoes, we should be able to detect any assassins hidden beneath the surface of the water. Let's look for mirage echoes and send out pulses. Move carefully.
Et on peut les détecter.
Vive, you fled the Alchemy Commission yet again. How many times have I told you our rules state that...
Sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Wait. I remember that voice. That's the old chief alchemist. So she's been reborn?
Reborn? More excuses. Who brought you out this time? Is that Master Don Feng?
Vous vous trompez de personne.
I don't think so. The appearance of the LaFu's High Elders have been similar through the ages, but there's no mistaking Master Don Feng. Bailu, return to the Forbidden Residence. I must speak with Master Don Feng.
Oh, okay. Wait! No! You were just a mirage echo! I got tricked again!
Master Don Feng, I finally understand your plan. That little girl is the key to the Transmutation Arcanum. This is a breakthrough for my research.
Vos recherches?
The Videodora perform self-reincarnation, but we are unable to reproduce. Natural and artificial disasters inevitably reduce our population. If this continues, one day our noble draconic bloodline will perish, and the fated decree of the Permanence will be violated. For this very reason, I have spent my entire life researching ways to free the Videodora from the cycle of reincarnation. I have been without success for a long, long time, thinking that this reincarnation had been naught but a waste. But now, you have enlightened me.
Don Feng. What did he do?
Master Donfang, your changes to the transmutation arcana created a draconic abomination that wreaked great destruction. But it also created a new life. This is the hope that will one day allow the Vidyadhara to reproduce.
Reproduire à nouveau.
Understanding of reproduction was limited by ordinary notions. How constrained I was. Why should Vidyadhara reproduction remain trapped within the confines of our race? To unearth the potential might of Long's blood and incorporate other races into the flesh of the dragon, isn't that the real meaning behind the transmutation arcanum? The Preceptors are too narrow-minded to see your talent. They want to install another High Elder. Foolish.
What does she mean by that?
The transmutation arcanum seems to contain a secret that allows the Vidyadhara to escape the cycle of reincarnation and return to normal reproduction. But the mechanism eludes me. Let's go.
Allez, allons-y. Vu. Là, il y en a un autre. Vu.
It's you, Master Donfang. Why did you disgrace yourself? You were my hero. I dreamed of being just like you. Of joining the Cloud Knights. But you betrayed the hopes and dreams of the Elders.
This Mirage Echo. You must be a Cloud Knight who fought alongside Donfang all those years ago.
How many of us perished in that disaster and could not be reincarnated? And my leg was torn off by that abomination. Oh, the pain. The doctors at the Alchemy Commission said I have to reincarnate as soon as possible to avoid affecting my mortal life. But my poor comrades have no chance of returning to the ancient sea. You once told us that we should cherish every life cycle, and that you would use cloudy magic to heal our wounds. But in the end, all you did was betray us.
Tu n'es pas obligé d'écouter ce qu'il raconte.
You must listen to him very carefully. We cannot afford to miss any information.
I will never forgive you. The High Elder's power belongs to the Vidyadhara of the Lawful. You are unworthy. The Vidyadhara must not sever the High Elder succession tradition just because of you. And it's over.
Dunhung, is this the price we pay for bearing the power of the High Elder? Carrying the weight of all these expectations. All this hatred.
Before any of this transpires, you have enough time to prepare.
Allez, on y va. Magnifique les petites esquives. Voilà, on est là.
Miss Bailu, are you okay? You were in there for such a long time.
Luckily, I had Dunhung and him to protect me all the way. If anyone's owed a thanks, it's them.
Ce fut un voyage très dangereux.
I didn't expect those assassins to be so brazen and reckless, storming a sacred place like Scale Gorge Waterscape and pursuing you. Rest assured, Miss Bailu, I'll report them to the elders and round them all up. Fortunately, the three of you were blessed by the gods. If anything had happened to you, it would have been a dereliction of duty on my part.
Assassins. None of us mentioned that the danger involved assassins. How did you know that?
Oh, it's because we were already attacked at the fair, you know? I was just worried that those people would try and attack you again.
You said those assassins only came for Mr. Dan Heng, but the ones we met in the ruins were coming for me instead.
Ouais, c'est louche.
Perhaps the real dereliction of duty was that not enough happened to you.
So, did the elders send you to take out the unworthy High Elder?
That was my idea alone. How could the Preceptors have come up with that? From my perspective, the Videodora requires only one High Elder. A second High Elder, one who is weak and useless, must be removed. Miss Bailu, our relationship as mistress and maid ends here. Farewell.
Ok, c'est parti. 1, 2, 3. Bam.
You don't look so good.
Awaken, dormant scales. World cleansing dragon.
Lands at the ready.
Une rupture. Là, on va le voir.
Need a doctor?
Heaven search. Break.
I'm on guard.
The strength.
On se bien parce qu'elle peut se soigner, donc... Peut-être faire plutôt comme ça.
The times are changed.
Let me tend your wounds.
Lands at the ready.
Voilà.
Am I too late?
General! Did you bring reinforcements?
Reinforcements? Show no mercy. I am the reinforcements.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Petit général qui arrive juste derrière là. Oh là là.
Awaken, dormant scales. World cleansing dragon.
Par contre, faut que je regarde quelque chose. Hein.
Sense.
Attendez. Parce que ça, c'est pas du tout mon perso aussi. 10 en essai. Non, il est pas comme ça. Il est pas aussi rapide. Ouais, donc ils lui mettent quand même un petit peu d'attaque. Il a des dégâts crits. Oh, ça fait plaisir. Par contre, 73%. Bon, j'ai pas autant, mais j'ai beaucoup plus de dégâts crits par contre. Ok. Bon bah allons-y.
Heaven search. Break.
Immortality reigns forever.
Conflict is pitiless.
Need a doctor?
I'm on guard.
Hop.
The strength. Heaven search. Rise.
You bully!
A miracle.
C'est pas grave, au moins il tombe au sol.
I sent a storm.
Je peux pas faire plus là pour moi.
Awaken,
Ok.
A foregone conclusion. Here, this thunder.
What's in your prescription?
Do not fret.
Augmentation de dégâts, ok.
The strength. Heaven's surge. Break.
Let me tend your wounds.
Show no mercy.
Ça va le faire, ça va le faire.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
You bully!
Heaven's surge. Rise.
Allez, terminé.
A pity. So close.
Did the Preceptors truly believe that nobody knew of their scheme? They should return to their senses. Attacking the Dragon Lady only destroys what little prestige they have remaining.
The whole thing was planned by me and me alone. Beware of false charges, General.
Save your breath. We'll know the truth once the Cloud Knights send you to the Ten Lords Commission's judges.
Too late, Jingyuan. I go no further.
I always felt useless in the eyes of the Elders. A false dragon who failed to inherit the power of the High Elder. And today I realize they'll use any means of removing me.
Not all of the Vidyadhara harbor evil intentions. If you feel uneasy, Dragon Lady, the Seat of Divine Foresight can arrange for you to stay elsewhere.
Thank you, General. I'd like to talk more with Danheng first.
Very well. I will await all of you at the ferry.
Bon bah voilà, hein. Parler à Bailu.
The Vidyadhara have neither parents nor family members. Once born, the teacher is assigned to instruct the young Vidyadhara in the art of Cloud Hymn, as well as various life skills.
Si vraiment un salement, je préfère garder cette image. Magnifique petite image.
Danheng, did you have a teacher like that?
If you're asking about Vidyadhara tradition, I'm afraid that's something I never had any experience of. I've always been a wanderer. I can never return to my homeland. In my fragmented dreams, I meet enemies on the battlefield. But in my travels, I meet many people who I can describe with the word teacher.
As far back as I can remember, I've had the Preceptors and Alchemy Commission healers telling me what to do. Cure diseases, save lives. I don't know if that counts as teaching. You know something? It feels like you're the teacher I've been waiting for. Virtuous in the past life, master in the next life. Perhaps we were friends or disciples in our previous incarnations.
A friend or disciple of Dan Feng? Maybe. Miss Bailu. At first, I was worried that your title of High Elder was in name only, and that an absence of true power would eventually put you in grave danger. It seems I was overthinking things. You have no shortage of true power.
You mean the power to repair the seal? The power you taught me?
The Mirage Echoes of Scale Gorge Waterscape mentioned that not only was Dan Feng a brave warrior, he could heal others with Cloud Hymn magic. What you have is the power of the High Elder that belongs to you. The power of life that can reforge the Arbor Seal and the vitality of the eternal roots. it is a world away from my power of destruction.
In that case, Dunfeng probably had a gentle side to him too, right?
Perhaps.
We should head back to the healer's market. I have other things to do today. Let's go.
Ok, le défi est fait. Bon, on va bientôt avoir fini du coup la petite mission de compagnon.
Now that the seal is repaired, my affairs on the Xianzhou have drawn to an end. For the time being.
Are you planning on staying on the Luofu? The banishment decree has been revoked, and the preceptors have regained an awareness of the situation. This is your chance to return to your homeland.
On va attendre la réponse.
As a nameless, the Express still needs me.
Ah, that is a pity.
Oh, il y a 2 générales. Incroyable. Combat. Pourquoi un message? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Oh là, d'accord. Donc il y aura encore une autre petite mission qu'on peut éventuellement faire, quoi. Spectre de mirage. Eh ben, ce sera pas pour maintenant. Hop les. Bon, on commence à avoir encore un petit peu de jade. Là, on commence à en avoir combien d'ailleurs de jade stellaire? On est à 5500, ok. On est à 17 des deux côtés. Très bien. Même pas, ça nous donne maintenant de l'XP. Hein. C'est vraiment, écoute, c'est des missions d'aventure, ça te donne pas grand chose, débrouille-toi. Ouais, mais nous on est en quête de récupérer un petit peu d'XP, quoi. Ça aurait été cool. Ah bon. Bah écoutez les amis, voilà, on a terminé du coup le retour du dragon. La nouvelle mission, on la fera plus tard. Donc j'espère qu'en tout cas ça vous aura plu. Je vous dis donc à très bientôt pour de prochaines aventures sur HONKAI STAR RAIL. Donc il nous reste 2 missions à faire. Après voilà, on fera toujours les petites cotilles. Et une fois qu'on soit 70, seulement les quêtes, bah, comme là, celle que j'ai pu faire aujourd'hui. Donc du coup là je vais mettre aussi cette vidéo qui va arriver juste derrière la mission quotidienne. Bah, écoutez, sauf si on a des nouvelles missions qu'on n'a jamais vues. Ça peut être l'opportunité. Pour le moment, je ne note pas encore les missions, mais à un moment ou à un autre, je vais noter les missions que je n'ai pas faites. Puisque quand on va aller dans des nouvelles zones, c'est des missions qu'on n'aura jamais faites. Ça, c'est sûr. Donc voilà, je vous dis à très bientôt les amis, et salut à tous.